Hey, it's Jay Marino. Welcome back to StarCraft Mass Recall, a StarCraft Brood War remake in StarCraft 2. Continuing the Iron Fist assault on Korhal. Let's check it out. UED flagship Alexander, low orbit over the planet Korhal, Dominion Throne World. So we're starting our push against the Dominion. We've got two big Terran versus Terran maps coming up here.
Captain, once again, your leadership has set a fine example to the rest of my officers. Vice Admiral Stukov has informed me that the Psi disruptor has been accounted for, so we can now proceed with the next phase of our operation. The time has come to begin our primary invasion of the Dominion Throne World at Korhal. Alexei, fill the captain in on the current situation.
As you may know from your research, Captain, Korhal was a hotbed of anti-Confederate sentiment for years. The Confederacy hoped to contain Korhal's civil unrest by decimating it and its population with a massive nuclear barrage. Though the radiation levels on the planet are at an all-time low, its surface is now nothing more than a smoldering desert.
The catch, Admiral, is that because this world has already been devastated by nuclear fire, Minsk has no compunction against using nukes on us. We have detected a large cluster of missile silos on the outskirts of Augustgrad. If those silos were destroyed, we believe that Minsk would lose its core nuclear capabilities.
We also face a different obstacle, Captain. Intelligence has informed us that Minsk employs multiple battle cruisers for his planetary defense. It is possible to nullify these battle cruisers by taking out strategic physics labs. Without these labs, Minsk will be unable to power up his ship's weapons systems.
Though we know how to compensate for Minsk's defenses, we don't have enough time to follow through on them both. Therefore, Captain, you must choose to either counter his nuclear capabilities or his battle cruisers. Once you've taken care of these operations, we can begin to plan our final assault against Augustgrad.
Okay, destroy enemy physics labs or nuclear silos. I think last time I destroyed the silos, so let's go for the labs this time. I love a good desert. There's something about a huge expanse of seemingly barren wasteland that stirs something deeply in my soul. The blistering heat purges away all the outside cares of the world, leaving only the fragile core of my innermost being in its wake. The experience is just magical. Oh, and you can get a really awesome tan. Chicks dig a nice tan. Gregory Raj, author and self-proclaimed guru of the stars. Huh. Good, keeping up with every new planet we go to, Jones added a little blurb for each planet. Little things like that just add to the atmosphere of the entire mod. UED landing zone, Korhal 4. So I suppose this time around I will play both versions of Emperor's Fall next time around. For this mission, it really doesn't matter which we go for. I'll do the labs. Well, we'll see. I'll go for whichever one seems easier once we get further into this mission. We'll see. All right, let's get gas right away and a machine shop for really fast tanks. All right, here's the planetary profile for Korhal 4. This will go into my codex. Pause the video if you want to read this. And let's just kind of keep this going, keep getting SCVs. Maybe gas a little too fast in retrospect. We'll see. I think fast siege tech, though, is the way to go. Get some medics pretty quick. There is an expansion I want to take that's behind my base. And I think the physics labs are in the upper right and the nuclear silos are in the bottom right. I do want to say right now that I'm just returning from a work trip to India, which is a 10.5-hour time difference from where I normally live. I was there for 8 days, and I'm struggling with some jet lag. I just returned about a day and a half ago. So I wanted to get back to recording. I want to kind of regain some motivation to keep making videos here, and the best way to do that is just to start. So if I play poorly, that's why. Also, again, kind of low energy right now, but we'll hopefully struggle through this, and if I can't beat it, well, then we'll come back tomorrow and try again. But the last mission was very tough. I relied very heavily on Duran. So hopefully we don't struggle as much this mission, but we'll see. Maybe getting that early refinery was a bad choice. It's hard to say. Really just getting this siege tech going as soon as possible, I think is just 1 or 2 tanks early is totally worth the early resource dump. There's something wrong with the way that these minerals are set up, unfortunately, such that my SCVs seem to continue getting stuck. We want to set up bunkers kind of like in this direction and here, and then I want to go back and take the other area of the other defensive area as well. So we've got the siege tech started. Let's go ahead and get a bunker kind of out in this direction where I expect them to, where I expect the enemy to start coming from. Probably there and there. And when we take the expansion, we're going to need to build defenses down in that direction too. Probably want to get at least one turret up in case we see any wraiths coming at us pretty quickly. Okay, and also want to start getting more siege tanks. So it's really just getting all these things going quickly. So let's go ahead and load this up. Siege tech is done, so let's go ahead and siege up. And let's grab a bunker up in this direction. Just get more SCVs, get some Marines out. And then next will be some turrets. We could probably saturate this gas a little bit more. I really would like to take the other base behind me quicker. But I think, again, looking at last map, we really need to... We really just need to focus on not dying early. Which, if that requires me to get 4 to 5 tanks out before pushing out in any other direction, I will accept that. Let's get at least one turret out. Okay, and then we'll get a comsat station pretty soon. Also like to start some upgrades. All these things that I want that I can't really afford yet, but hopefully soon we'll be in better shape. Let's go ahead and take these wraiths and look around. I know that the expansion's right behind us, but if we take it, the enemy may attack us from that direction. I think it's right up here, or maybe it's further to the left. Yeah, so this is what we want to take, and then set up some defense right here. So that's the next phase of my plan. So let's go ahead and set a tank up here, shift Q it up.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, we've got random firebats that aren't diverting. That was weird. Really weird AI decision-making there. It seems like they were coming from that direction, so get more tanks and depots. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up one more depot. We got these Marines coming out, which is good. Did I queue up an extra one, or I'm not sure what happened there. Let's go ahead and grab an SCV, though, and move them up here and start taking this base, and we'll move some tanks up there momentarily. We may just need to throw a couple more tanks down in this direction. And I just need to wait for that 400 minerals. Gotta wait for that 400 minerals to take this base. We're gonna need another turret on the right side as well. Pretty large attack here. Let's go ahead and start repairing this bunker and hopefully keep this base up as long as possible. Okay, let's go ahead and build this. Keep these loaded up. Let's keep making tanks if we can afford them. Let's just repair this up real quick. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab a comsat station just in case. And let's see. I do want to get this area up here well defended. So let's go ahead and get at least one tank out. Let's go ahead and set up more tank. Well, I hate spreading my tanks out so much. It's very dicey to do this by spreading out so much. Let's go ahead and quick save just in case we get attacked in a direction that completely fucks me.
Not enough minerals.
Hopefully it won't happen, but we'll see. And then once we take this second base, hopefully we'll be in just a much better spot to... Yep. Okay, that's about, I suppose, what I expect. You know what, I just saved. So let's load this up. Yeah, let's load it up. I saved in this exact spot for a specific reason. So let's go ahead and take a couple tanks and just be ready for that. I don't really care about reloading if it seems kind of cheap. I really don't mind. Let's just go ahead and move these fellas up here. Let's do this, and
Base is under attack.
Okay, let's see if we can hold on to this area. If we lose one tank, I'll allow it. Okay, 2 tanks. Losing 2 tanks would have been too much, but that's fine. This is fine. So let's go ahead and move these tanks back to where they were. Leave one up there, and then just keep making siege tanks. Now we've got wraiths. We can see them though. Well, I'm glad that I built turrets, so now we know that those are there. Keep making marines. Let's go and get another barracks. Charon boosters will be soon. And I'm thinking we grab an armory wherever we can fit it. So let's do that, and then more turrets kind of along the edges here. Okay, and maybe we'll get nuclear silos as well. Could be fun. Oh, geez. This game feels overwhelming after... I mean, again, I'm sort of hazy in general, so it feels mildly overwhelming. Let's go and get these tanks up here. We have to defend our expansion quite heavily. Okay, get this going. We're going to need more tanks, and I'm thinking we do a slow tank push. There's a base in the upper left that I probably am going to want to take pretty quick. Let's go ahead and move these fellows up here, load this base up, or load this bunker up, rather. Okay, so I suppose they can come from down in this direction, too, which might be mildly irritating. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, double comsat could be good or not worth it. It's hard to say. Let's go ahead and get turrets just sort of around, just in case we need them. Keep the tanks coming out. We're going to need depots soon enough. What concerns me are enemy tanks that are going to start coming in here pretty soon, so we have to be prepared for that. I could make more wraiths so that I can circumvent them and destroy them. Medic... Oh, let's just work on our depots right now. So let's go ahead and throw these down up here. We're going to need more. Anywhere they fit, really. Should be fine. Did my armory finish? It did. So vehicle weapons. Again, enemy tanks are the only thing that sort of perturb me. If we kill all the other enemies that walk in, like all the infantry, then the enemy tanks will struggle to have vision, so they'll have to move up so that my tanks can hit them. Not a foolproof plan. Not a foolproof plan, but hopefully. Hopefully it will buy me a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and hotkey at least one of my comsat stations. Gotta hotkey my production as well. I'm really slacking here. I want to just start making Marines and medics. Just a couple medics to get energy on them pretty early. We could also get Caduceus Reactor. We just need a force that can start pushing eventually. We can also make production up here at the top, so that's what I'm going to do next. Because I want to start pushing that upper left base soon. Let's go ahead and start stockpiling gas. We're going to need it for later. That should be enough. That should be enough SCVs. We can build a lot up here. I would like a little more defense up in this area. What I would like to also do is just start throwing down turrets in all sorts of directions, because wraiths could really come out of nowhere and just really ruin my day. So I would really prefer that that didn't happen. So let's make 2 more turrets here. That should be good. Caduceus Reactor I'm thinking next, so that as we build more medics, they can store up more energy. We're going to need them. Optical Flare, probably not something I care too much about. I could get Restoration, though, because I think this mission and the next mission in particular, we're going to be facing a lot of really annoying lockdown.
Base is under attack. Upgrade complete.
Okay, tank's doing quite well. Let's go ahead and get up here and see if we can repair this bunker. We can. Okay, this is the kind of defense that we need to keep up. Next, I'm probably going to get some turrets up here, at least 2. And then we'll get 1 up here. Might seem like overkill, but I really don't think so. I really don't think so.
Base is under
Okay, what's
attack.
attacking us up in this direction? We're getting attacked pretty frequently, but for the most part, we seem to be in okay shape. Let's go ahead and get a starport so that we can eventually get a science facility. As long as we keep SCVs around to repair, we seem to be in really good shape. Let's keep getting Marines. I'd like to get a second engineering bay and a second armory as well. So a big thing on this mission so far is you'll notice that I find the enemy attacks to be a little lighter only because there's 2 enemies, whereas in the last mission we were facing 4 different factions, which really made a big difference, honestly. It actually makes a significant difference. Okay, so this is just about done. I want to certainly turn it, get a science facility right after to get some science vessels. We got a lot of gas. More gas than we'll probably end up needing, but it's good to stockpile that for usage later. Okay, vehicle plating is good. We got a second armory and a second engineering bay. We can't really use those, though, until we get a science facility, which I'm going to start right away. Can I make... What can I make? I cannot make battle cruisers, but I don't particularly want any battle cruisers right now.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, let's quick save. Let's just go ahead and start sieging up. Let's see. The direction that we end up pushing in is the direction that we're not going to need as much defense, because enemy attacks coming from a specific direction will be sort of held up by my offensive push. Honestly, the money it would cost to get ghosts and nukes is a lot. I'd rather just do a consistent push with medics and restoration so that we don't get locked down too much. Looks like our starting buildings don't have the really cool covert ops skins, you'll notice. Not a big deal, but you notice when we build a new one, it's the UED covert ops skin. Similar to the Academy, we got the old Academy here. Okay, so let's grab science vessels. Let's grab Titan reactors so that we can use... well, I'm going to say so that we can use defensive matrix, but let's be straight. I'm going to say I'm going to use it, I'm going to get the upgrades and then not. So let's try to be diligent about it. Okay, more Marines, more medics, and we want restoration. Optical flare I don't think is really that useful. We will get Charon boosters, more tanks, and I'd like to get another factory, probably up here where it will fit. Next stop is going to be the upper left, or I could just blitz straight for the objective because I seem to be in pretty good shape overall, and I don't think I'm going to need extra bases based on the income that I have. You got a lot of minerals here at the first base. Theoretically, I'd want to attack up here, get rid of this base, but it might be more trouble than it's worth. There's a lot of tanks there.
Upgrade.
Ultimately, we need to push... Okay, there's spider mines there. Good thing I found those. Ultimately, we want to push up in this direction. This is a pretty challenging area to push into, and you know what? Now I am thinking nukes would be a great option. Yes, sir. Let's destroy this and get ourselves some... oops. Let's get ourselves some... oh, of course, I'm attacking my own thing while the enemy's coming in and attacking me. Looks like they're coming in with their own tanks now. And there's the lockdowns. Let's get some units up here. Okay, does this have vision on me? It does. Okay, so now they're moving up. Let's go ahead and move on in. Just a couple tanks is enough to completely destroy me. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this back up. Continue destroying this. I think I will do the ghost option here. Probably want to get a radiate as well. Or maybe not, I don't know. I don't know what I really want. Okay, with this one attack, we may start being in mild trouble. Let's go ahead and continue getting our upgrades. Getting lots of Marines. So as they try to re-siege back up, we're in relatively good shape. Let's go ahead and reset up these bunkers and get more of them, because that's the area where we're going to be primarily defending from. So let's go ahead and move some of these tanks up.
Base is under attack.
Oh, okay. They don't want to give up. That's okay. Let's go ahead and mass our units up here. Covert Ops looks pretty cool. Ocular Implants, Mobius. Just get all of these units. Okay, now let's get at least one nuke silo. Nuking this front area would be really, really good. And I could even get another command center and get 2 nukes, which I think would be awesome. Okay, so just keep getting those units set up. Let's go ahead and load these bunkers up. And as long as we keep a couple... What just... Oh, was that an enemy SCV? That was weird. I wonder where that was trying to go. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep this pretty well defended. That should be good. We keep an SCV here to repair stuff. And let's just keep getting these units. Actually, let's get those ghosts out. Let's get like 4 ghosts. Keep getting tanks to follow up. A couple Goliaths as well. I would really like another factory. I'm probably taking more time now than I need to because I feel like I could have started pushing this. We just need to break into this area, which is going to be tricky. As long as we have one... If we use 2 nukes and then we scan, we have enough to scan those areas. We should be in really good shape. Let's just go ahead and siege these tanks up so that we're ready for next time. Okay, ghosts are coming out. That's good. Got another factory being built. We just need those units ready to back us up. All right, so nuclear silo. I just realized there's a ramp back here. That could hurt us if Red decides to attack us from that direction. Let's hope not. This also is costing us supply for the nukes.
Upgrade complete.
Which can make a significant difference, I suppose. Depends. Upgrades. Looking pretty good. How we doing on our ghost upgrades? No Mobius reactor. Is it Mobius? Yeah, Mobius reactor. There's our 4 ghosts. Just keep pumping out Marines. And you know what? Let's get a couple medics as well. A lot of medics, actually. And then just keep pumping out tanks and Goliaths. Might as well keep these sieged in case an enemy comes and attacks us so that we're ready for it. We got a nuke. One nuke ready, a second nuke going to be coming up here. Again, we have the income that we need just off of 2 bases. I'm going to leave the majority of the Korhal defenses intact. I mean, it seems like the majority of the red forces are built out of this base. There is some production up here. They're probably going to come up from behind us, and then there's a whole blue base in the bottom right. I've always typically found it easier to attack the other side. Okay, they're coming in to attack the... which one's down in the bottom right? The nuclear silos. I always found it just a tad easier, but honestly, I don't think it matters that much. Ghosts, trying to find you. There you are. Okay, so you're going to be nuking for us. I would like to make sure that I can cloak you before doing this. Let's check up here. We got to make sure we keep our scans. Like a nuke here and a nuke here to get rid of this stuff on the high ground. Then we can push in towards the back side here. With enough Marines to follow up, we should be in really good shape. Marines tanks to follow up, I should say. Oh, I never filled up those bunkers. Oh, I never filled up the bunkers. Mistake. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm locked up tight here. I have to make sure that I'm pretty locked up tight here, otherwise this is just a big waste. So let's make sure that we're loaded up here. Okay, they're attacking with tanks here as well. I need them to unsiege. It looks like those are just sitting there. Why are they not moving up? Okay, let's make sure to repair this and leave 2 tanks here as well. I think we're about ready to go. We should have all the upgrades that we need. Let's go ahead and start +3. Can these tanks even get out of here? They can't. So let's lift this barracks and move it somewhere. That should be good. Okay, all of you units, come on.
Research complete.
I think we do have to get rid of those tanks.
Channel open.
Because we're going to be moving up in this direction. There's 3 tanks. Yikes. Okay, I mean, we have to do this, unfortunately. Hopefully we didn't lose all of our ghosts. We didn't lose any of our ghosts. That's good. So let's move up with these tanks. Siege them up, and then just queue up a bunch of Marines, because this is what we're going to be doing next. These tanks, and they don't seem to be attacking me from this direction. That's good, too. But let's go ahead and just rally on up. Rally on up. Goliaths and tanks and Goliaths. Okay, and then let's go ahead and start moving up in this direction. We have to make sure we scan for those spider mines that we know are here. Okay, they're trying to rebuild those tanks, but that's fine. We don't need to worry about those. Okay, so let's quick save.
Base is under attack.
Seem to be fine here. No problem. Let's go ahead and get a... Let's go ahead and get... okay, can they see me from back here? Let's back them up, back them up. Trying to get these tanks to move towards me. They should be unsieging and moving up at any moment now. Okay, perfect. Pretty large attack force here. We're getting rid of it, though. Okay, destroy this. I really just want to nuke now. We lost 1 ghost. That's okay. So let's cloak, move them up, scan here, and call down a nuke there. Looks like they can't see me. And then let's grab another ghost, cloak him, move him over to the other side. Let's watch this happen. Very cool. And then let's scan again and do the same thing on this side. Let's nuke. That should be pretty good. Okay, it seems pretty close, but we seem in good shape. Let's move on up and siege up so that we can start kind of containing this group. Most importantly is we got rid of the stuff on the high ground. Here comes the next nuke. Excellent. Move on up here because they're going to be doing that crap. Okay, and then it's this high ground stuff that's really irritating that we're gonna have to get rid of. So let's start attacking up in this direction. Make sure we're scanning. Keep the science vessels close. Siege up with the tanks. I don't think I got locked down. That thing is gonna die slowly. And let's get some more medics and Goliaths. Okay, we've basically pushed in. It's just getting through all of this all these extra buildings where we need to go. So let's grab a couple SCVs, rally them on up, move up with these tanks, get blocked by my own units, start getting rid of their production here, specifically these barracks. There's more stuff on the high ground that we're gonna have to deal with, and really it's also challenging to make sure that we keep all of our units. It's challenging to keep all of our units reinforcing and alive because the enemy seems to be reinforcing pretty heavily in all these different directions, which, again, man, I am struggling to keep a consistent roll on what I'm saying here. Again, I'm struggling with my ability to focus. Okay. Let's move on up. We're right by the physics labs. We've got units to repair here. I'd say we're in really good shape. We've got a whole army here. I don't know what could go wrong, but of course anything could go wrong at any time. We have to move back here, and there's stuff kind of around and up these ramps still that we have to deal with. So I might as well use some defense matrices, make those tanks waste their shots. Look at that, I actually used defense matrix like I said I would. All right, science vessels, don't die. You tanks move back just a little bit. Block my other units while you're at it, I should say. Okay, and you know what? I don't even think I need to... I don't think I even need to unsiege and move up. I just want to get in here and destroy the labs. So let's do that. Actually, no, I'll move the tanks up. I just wanted to make sure that they were in place for any units that would reinforce. So I left the majority of the Dominion defenses alive. And by doing so, it actually has stopped most of my reinforcing units from being able to get up here because they just keep getting picked off as the Dominion reinforces their units that were kind of out in the middle of the map. But we won with our initial attacking force with a few reinforcements getting through. So, it worked out either way. That went pretty well. Not too hard of a mission either. UED forward base. 0:45 hours local time.
Superbly done, Captain. Meng's battle cruisers are now effectively powerless. He won't be able to use them against us when we assault his palace.
Very cool cutscene addition. Very cool. So I would imagine that the end cutscene would be the same if we went for the physics, not the physics labs, the nuclear silos as well. Man, my brain is just not, it's not functioning very well right now. Hey, you know what? I think I did pretty well this mission, though. I think this went absolutely fine. I didn't react as well as I could have to some of those siege tank attacks, but overall it went fine. Just had to reload one time for that initial expansion defense. But I assume that cutscene would be the same, except Stukov says something slightly different, which is now he can't use nukes on us or something like that. So yeah, the next mission, I guess I'll just play it twice and play against the Ghosts the first time and against the Battlecruisers the second time. Because because that's what some people have wanted. I suppose leave comments if you hate that idea, but odds are I would have recorded both before before I see people's opinions one way or the other. I just know that I've gotten a few people asking specifically for both, so I don't see it as a big deal, but it is going to be basically the same. It's the same mission. Alrighty, well, we'll play it twice. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.